Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of Outer Wilds. This game is one of those things where if you're familiar, you're like, yeah. And if you've never heard of it, sit back and relax. As you can see, we do have Resume Expedition there. I played the tiniest little bit, and I did not get very far, but I loved it. So we're gonna delete all progress. Weird buttons, but yeah, let's go ahead and restart because again, I think this is gonna be a lot like Rain World where you guys kind of help me through it. Might take a second to load, so I'm gonna have to cut. That's weirdly slow, but whatever. We'll see. Okay, so now we have loaded in and we're gonna press our button to wake up. You gotta love it when that's the first button you have to hit. It's not working. Game? Hold on, troubleshooting. Okay. Here we go. So, this is Outer Wilds. It is a, from what I remember, it's like a space exploration thing. Here's our friend Slate. These buttons are fucked up. Oh, it thinks I'm using an Xbox. That's why. I'm using a DualSense controller. So, yeah. That's gonna be confusing. Whatever. There's our pilot, back from your pre-launch camp out under the stars, I see. So it's launch day, eh? Seems like only yesterday you joined the space program, and suddenly here you are, leaving on your first solo voyage. So, I mean, that's the gist of it, right? What do you say? Get ready to get off, ready to get the beauty off the ground? It's all fueled up and ready to go. Are you sure you fixed the retro rockets? I'm ready if you are, man. Are you kidding? Of course I'm ready. It's finally time to test the new landing hydraulics with a pilot instead of the auto flight system. I don't think this guy actually goes with us. I'm pretty sure he just stays here, but that's okay. Speaking of pilots, make sure you don't crash the ship the first time you put it down. It's not that easy. Anyway, you'll need to get the launch codes from the Hornfells at the observatory before you can lift off. Just bring those here once you said your goodbyes or whatever. If I remember, yeah, we can roast a marshmallow. There we go. Eat that. Put another one on there. I could just do this forever, by the way. There you go. I'm not gonna, though. But I could. Okay, so, what we've got to do are some things. Can we not get up there? No. Also, I hope the music comes through nice because it's beautiful. Oh, here we go. We can go this way. So, yeah, this is another slow one where you just kind of take your time and enjoy what's happening. Like, the wind and everything's super nice, and there's just a couple little fellas. Talk to Micah. God, the controls, man. Hey, it's you! Slate said you're blasting off in your ship today. I'm really excited to see the launch. Are you gonna go into space, aren't you? Aren't you gonna go into space? Aren't you? You better not have changed your mind. Hey, I'm still going, man. You better be. It's been forever since anyone launched into space. I really, really want you to. Really bad. Hey, you want to try out my model ship? Slate says it's just like the real thing, only less likely to start a fire. I could just, took a turn. Oh, we actually do get to, Oh, I see. It's up and down. Okay. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I see. I suck at this. We'll figure it out. That's meant to teach you something that I'm just not capable of learning quite yet. I probably should mess around with it more, but whatever. Everyone's just so cool looking. I remember, and it gets pretty deep or scary or something. I forget. And I know most of you probably already know. This is far from a new game, and it's far from unpopular. It was quite something when it came out. I do remember that. Let's talk to Marl. So it's launch day, huh? Al's gonna miss you. Who's Hal? I was thinking about it, and the platform those ship launched from is getting old. Isn't it about time you built a new, less flammable one? The big tree in this village would be a perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program. Just say the word. The launch pad is flammable? Don't worry, it's held up for all the launches so far. It'll definitely be fine for yours, probably. Yeah, touche. So, there's a bunch of people we can talk to. I think I'm going to try and get to the observatory. Again, I'm playing on controller just because the game recommended I do. I do want to check really quick. Can we switch the controls to understand that I'm using a different... we can. There we go. What's a PS5? There we go. Okay. So hopefully it understands. There we go. Cool. I'll probably cut that out. I don't know. We'll see. Can I run? Oh, no, but I have a flashlight. That's scary. There's my boy Spinal. Spinal. I don't know. Up we go. Do a little jump. Couple of jumps. That water's kind of loud, not gonna lie. It's nice. And it's got like the 3D audio going on. Just look at when that comes into view. Look at how beautiful this is. And it's so uplifting. Oh, I'm saying a bunch of things that have already been said time and time again. I know it. It's just... Danger. Inside this fence is a pocket of ghost matter, a strange and dangerous substance that's invisible to naked eyes. The good news is you can detect it with a camera. Moving through ghost matter is painful and will probably kill you. Don't complain to me if you hurt yourself fooling around. Okay, so basically it's just like invisible poison fog. Cool. Get it? Okay. Gausan. Oh, he's missing an eye. Hey, I thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves getting the better of you? Right, like you weren't... I'm a little nervous, yeah. Good. Everyone should be a bit nervous going into space. I got cocky during my first flight and nearly put a new crater on the moon, and you lost an eye. But, you know, think so, do you? Feel like proving it to your old flight coach? There's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment, set up down in the zero-G cave and in need of repairs. If you're looking for a little last-minute zero-G practice, head down the lift into the cave, or don't, so long as you're confident you can make the ship repairs in space. Nah, I'm ready. But I said that, but I'm still gonna go do it. Because, content, am I right? I'm probably not actually ready. This is the thing. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna have a lot of time in a minute to talk, from what I remember, because it kind of, you know, you get out on your own. But basically, I've been thinking a little bit lately. I had a job interview at the local Barnes & Noble. Not that I'm going to be working at the Barnes & Noble, but the interview was located at the Barnes & Noble because they wanted to meet up. They have like a cafe there. And it had me thinking, because I wanted to, like, not so subtly, I wanted to look a little bit more, like, educated than I was, you know? And I mean, I'm decently educated, but, you know how it is. It's an interview. You're already nervous. But oh. Again, why this needs to be a controller, basically, is because these controls get so wonky, and I think that was my issue, was I was trying to, hold on. How do I repair? Oh, there we go. I was trying to do this on keyboard and mouse, and it made it super not so fun. So yeah, when it says use controller, take the time to get a controller out and do what you gotta do. Okay, see, it's even tricky given like the ability and context that I have. But anyways, I was looking through the books because I had a little bit of time. I actually went a day early on accident because we got the times mixed up. So I was waiting there for a couple hours like, man, this isn't gonna work out. And it turns out it was basically my fault. But, you know, whatever. Say lovey. But, anyways, I was looking through the books there, and I typically, you know, I don't typically read, like, fine classic literature type books. That's not usually where my intrigue lies. I'm, like, not doing so hot. Where's the last break here? Is it... You guys see, like, something? I'm asking, like, you could tell me. I hear it. Like, I for sure hear it. Let's go down here. Slow down a little bit. Like, you hear it, right? I'm not going insane. Anyways, one of my favorite books, and I say now that I just said I don't typically, read this type of thing, one of my favorite books is actually The Picture of Dorian Gray, which is, that type of book that I was just speaking on. But, like, I don't normally. Doesn't mean I hate them. It's just not typically what I pick up. Anyways, I started reading, long story short, I started reading Gulliver's Travels. And when I say started reading, I mean, like, I was reading for a significant amount of time because I decided this would be the time where I'm, like, an adult and I'm going to actually read the, like, author's notes and stuff beforehand. Typically, depending on your outlook, you sometimes just be like, whatever. I'm tripping. Where is this thing broken at? But I read the author's notes, so basically it took me a crazy long time, and I'm just getting to the start of the story. I haven't had too much time to actually, read it. So I'm just now getting to the actual story, and it does seem pretty interesting. The guy, he gave me a decent roundup of what was going to happen there. It's like a satire. The guy who wrote it is a famous satirist. He did, like, if you ever read in school, like, A Modest Proposal, that was the thing about eating children because the Irish were starving and the government was basically forcing them to starve, is the rough gist of it. It was Inside. That's my bad. I should have thought about that. But the guy who writes it, he's a satirist, so it's like making fun of other travel stories, and I just love that people have been that petty for all of history, because this was like in the 1700s when he wrote this book. But yeah, I'm not going to talk too long on it because I understand it can be kind of boring for some people, but what's your favorite type of older, like, classic literature book? That would be my question for some of you guys, if that is something that interests you. And it doesn't have to be, like, super old to be, like, fine literature, but, like, I found a lot of them are more, like, obviously back then people were writing mostly for a distinct purpose, like A Modest Proposal, where they're begging to be fed and stuff like that. And a lot of them, there's, like, a lot of, I don't know what I would call it, like, feminist ones, but you know what I'm saying. Like, Jane Eyre wrote a lot of stuff, like, empowering women and stuff like that. Again, it's not something that typically, like, is my first go-to for a book, but hey, if you want to talk to me about them, sure, So if there's something like that you guys think is cool that I otherwise probably wouldn't have checked out because, I've got that modern, like, younger person viewpoint. I don't know. Anyways, back to game. Nicely done, of course. It'll be a little more stressful when you're hurtling through space, but just remember, you're training and try not to hit anything big. I see you're itching to get off this rock, so go get the launch codes from the observatory and get out of here. Yeah, this is basically just like a big tutorial from what space is where the stuff happens, you guys. Launch codes from the observatory. Game stuttering a teeny tiny bit. Don't love it, but I think it was just reprocessing all of this since we came from that cave sub area. Observatory, you say? Over there. So I've got to go around. I wish I knew the sprint button, but maybe I just need to accept the journey. Maybe that's my problem. I'm always trying to... What? I'm always trying to, like, go fast, I need to accept the journey. I've got a scope, so I can, like, 360 some kids. I'm assuming that's what that's for. It's probably a sniper, so... keep that context in mind. I believe this is the first you start to see of, like, there's like a founding members. Clockwise from top to left: Hornfels, Gosan, Slate, and Feldspar. Sorry, Gasan. I don't know how you would say that. Bunch of aliens, but there's like a precursor race or something. The Nomai, an ancient species who dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago. The statue provides us with our most detailed look yet at the Nomai, who appear to have been covered with a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry that has been carved as part of the antlers. Although their artifacts and structures have been found on almost every planet in the solar system, we still have no idea where they came from or what happened to them. And I believe that's, like, the gist of the game. Is that question. Yeah, you'll do a lot of stuff like this. Yes, okay. You translate. This is, like, their speech. We're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction. He says calibrating the device won't take too long. Yeah, and then you start reading the next. See? Yeah. Fortunately, the Adelrock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple after all. This time I'm thrilled to finally resume our search. So, it's stuff like that. It's just a bunch of nifty... I'm not going to read all the little tidbits because I could, but again, we really haven't gotten into anything yet. And I know like, it's hard. I don't want to speed through stuff that's important to people, but also I do need people to watch this if I'm gonna be able to keep making stuff, right? So we're starting on Timberhurst. That's where we are, and there's a bunch of different planets here. We've got the Hourglass Twins, Brittle Hollow, Giants Deep, Dark Bramble, and the Interloper. The Interloper, is that based off a real? No, there was like a thing, right? Interesting. It seems like it's going that way, but there was like a thing where we found this one thing in our orbit. It was like a giant. Okay. Obviously, we get a lot of traveling, like things that join our solar system temporarily, but maybe for a time, like it was like a giant long rock. And this is stupid. I don't know enough to be asking this question, but I thought it joined us for such a significant amount of time that we thought maybe it was going to stick around, and it didn't. Did we call that the Interloper, or am I just tripping? Maybe I'm remembering something from this game. Like I said, I played it a long time ago. That was cool, though. I liked that. How do I get my codes from the map, man? Or the observatory? It's this, right? Observations. Points of light. They're not stars. They're galaxies. Yeah, there's a lot going down. There we go. I was literally facing just quite the wrong way. Hey, Hornfells. I just finished pre-flight observations, and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. And you will be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nomai translator tool. I confess, I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's the plan once you're in space? I'm going to learn more about the Nomai. I believe that's literally like the... I don't know if there's a point to the game. I don't remember. But I think that might be the point. Am I ruining it? Is that like a bad outlook? It's my outlook. Who cares? I might have guessed as much. No sense in making a translator tool if you're not going to use it to translate anything. We barely scratched the surface of the Nomai writing in our solar system, so we still know very little about them. We've no idea if they originated from here or traveled here or why they disappeared. That tool of yours should prove indispensable in solving the mystery of this ancient species. Well then, looks like that's all that's left is to send you off. Sorry. All in all, it's a fine day for launch. I'm ready to get off this rock. Wait. The other option, I'm ready to die in space. Yeah, we need the launch codes. Here they are. Good luck. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I remember a lot of people just being like super wholesome in this game too. I think it's just a nice feel good, like, you know, by the vibes of the story. It's either super feel good or super sad. Also, I was gonna say this must be important because you have to go through here to proceed with the game. Oh wow, that's really great. Isn't this... Am I getting, like, Errand at the beginning of frickin' Attack on Titan? Am I getting the Founding Titan memories just, like, drilled into my brain? That was great. I think maybe that plays into something that you guys will see shortly. Or I don't really want to spoil it if you haven't already, but, it will be important. I believe we're going down here. Is that, Hey, did you get a good look at that Nomai statue? Yeah, it looked at me, man. So it had its eyes open and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around? You mean like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch, like, medically speaking? Nah, that statue's definitely just weird. I mean, if you're saying it happened, then I guess maybe it did, but why? Hornfels tried everything to get the statue's eyes to open, and nothing like this ever happened to them. I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabbro said they were going back to Giants Deep. Don't know what island they're on, though. Maybe they'll tell you more? On the other hand, Gabbro's, you know, Gabbro, so maybe you'd be better off searching for more info on your own. Jeez, now I'm really jealous you're going into space. Hey, see if you can use our translator tool to find out more about the statue, okay? Good luck and safe flying. Thanks, Hal. Let me get out of here, please. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. So we're finally getting to, like, the meat and potatoes of this, and I don't know what, like, episode length is going to be for this series. It depends, because I do know that you can spend a lot of time exploring, and it might be like a Rain World where we just end up doing a lot more episodes. But I don't know, that'll kind of be determined by what you guys, you know, your opinions on the matter and how you feel about all that jazz. Oh, and look, we loop back around. So, again, if you guys want to see stuff like this continue, just let me know in the comments, because your support and your opinions on this really dictate if I keep doing it, any given series. be sure to subscribe and all that jazz. I'm not ending, by the way. I just want to let you guys know. Join the Discord if you haven't already. We've got a community Discord full of great people so far, and it's been a joy. Sometimes I might play games, and you guys can come, chat with me. Okay, so R2 hold for liftoff. Get the liftoff camera. Very necessary. Oh, it's not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now, if we look, we are basically just jetting off into space. I believe that's Giants Deep, and I think that's where we want to go just because someone told us they were going there. Match velocity. I don't really want to do that. Engage autopilot. I don't remember that being a thing. I don't remember there being an autopilot when I first played this game, but maybe that was because a lot of people complained about, like, the stuff, Let me just take a big sip of my bevy while I autopilot over there, Grand. Accelerating towards destination. Yeah, we are. How's this gonna work? Wow, it's like... it's doing it all for you. It's kind of sad. I won't use this very much because I think part of my fun was, like, just suffering. Mind you, some of it was a little suffering. The controls are not bad. They are just very niche and different and, for this 3D flight sim type thing, it was necessary. Autopilot complete. Okay, so it doesn't put you all the way there. You still gotta land. From what I remember, Giants Deep is... oh, hold on. I want to match velocity. It's... yeah, I was going to say. There are islands. There are a few. We have to find our boy Gabbro, but it's not very easy. It is very easy to, however, like, die to some stuff. And I'm sure I will. Maybe even on purpose at one point, because I want to show you guys something that can and will happen when you do die. Hold on. I think... is this where we want to go? What is the signal scope? Oh, duh. Okay, that's Gabbro. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's like chilling on the beach, so to speak. And look, we've got a nice little landing spot right here. So let's just do this. Oops. All right. And we landed. So let's get out of here. Jump ourselves down. What was that? What's that? Use ship log. Is that just electronics? Whatever. We don't have enough information to do that yet. Let's jump down. Owie. Okay, what do we got for controls here? Obviously, we've got this. How do I switch to, like... I don't know. Let our ship chill over there. Gosh, it's loud. Oh, and that was like... oh, the storm is here. Forgot that can... what? Oh. I think the island was just yeeted off into space. I think that's something that can happen. Are we dead? Are we gonna... shoot, can we come back from this? Oh, down we go. Okay, yeah, that's the thing. So we get, like, caught up in the big storm, and it's gonna happen immediately again? Are you serious? Or no, I think that was us landing. Hey, Gabbro. Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece.
Can we get much higher?
One piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't laugh, but I think I might have had some kind of spiritual experience with a rock shaped like a face. Me too, dude. You're saying the statue I bought in the museum started glowing at you? Yeah, sounds about right. Brought, not bought. 1 minute I'm standing on an island looking at a Nomai sculpture on the beach, and the next thing I know, it's looking back at me, glowing. It replays everything I've done like it's watching through my own eyes, and then suddenly it stops and everything's normal again. Didn't seem bad, just weird. Were we the only ones that saw that happen? I tried radioing Hornfels and asking them about it, but they told me I might have just nodded off out here and gotten confused. Then we talked about dreams until Hornfels told me to go refill my oxygen tank before I talked myself to death. So that's what's new with me, but hey, this is your first solo voyage. Let's talk about you, Dude, the island is literally flooding. Where should I explore? Here's something you might like. I saw a bright flash in the sky not too long ago. Something must have happened up there in orbit around the planet. What else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it. Seeing it as an island where I found the statue. Get it? I was on the beach on Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened, by the way. It's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale, which, like, this guy knows how to vibe. Oh, wait, look at his knee. I'm uncomfortable now. Is that, like, I get they're aliens, but that model for his knee, what would be his left knee, is kind of goofy. He's really relaxed, man. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected anyway, you'll see. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna take it and go so I can keep the pace, you know? I wanna go. I'm not saying that I wanna, like, get done with it all, but I do wanna constantly be doing something new. And when we find the things that need to be elaborated upon, then obviously I'll go ahead and do that. Just currently, we have not found any of those things. Now, we might be right under a tree. Yeah. Okay, so 2 islands connected with a natural rock arch. Well, sort of. That looks like a place that it wants me to land. Is that this? I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let's just land here. I don't know that this is what we're looking for, but it's something, right? Yeah, because what happens is you start to see, like, this is architecture, right? Obviously, we know there was this ancient race here, but they, like, did stuff. They painted pictures of the tornadoes, so to speak, is what I would say I'm looking at there. Here is one of their corpses, actually, and a scroll that we can do stuff with. Probably putting it in there. That was nice. Okay. This is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giants Deep for assembly. That's Cassava. We'll call him Cass. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Daz, are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they are atypical for you. Cass says, if I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow from Avens, or Mallow and Avens behave together. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. So there's some cute banter. If I know my brother, Avens, and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible if I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain, I propose we give Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. So we've got, you know, a couple of lovers, and they're a little over enthusiastic. And then we've got Cass, who's maybe like our main scientist, and then we've got a Daz, who is also there. Not sure if maybe we should take the scroll back out to turn it into more information. I believe that might be the case, so let's just roll with it. Yeah, gravity stuff happens here. It's all goofy and stuff. Oh, and we also ran out of oxygen and I think died. Forgot about that, sorry. So, hey, nearing probably what will be maybe the end of this episode, you get to see what happens. I'll be quiet for this. Other than the sounds of me drinking, you know. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what that is flying up in the sky, but we have got the launch codes, and as we awaken from our slumber, the first one we've ever had, extend our stick out and grab a marshmallow to kind of, you know, munch on. Maybe a couple. I'll take 2. I think that's where we're going to leave it. So, you guys, if you didn't already know, got about the gist of what's going to happen here. And if you did already know, then you at least know where I stand in terms of knowledge, which is basically this. What I've said is about what I remember or was able to figure out in my time with the game. Again, beautiful. I love when the music kicks in and it hits just right. It's fantastic. So, if you guys want to see more of this, again, be sure to let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell for more of anything and everything in the future, because, you know, I just be doing all sorts of stuff. Join the Discord, follow my Instagram, and follow my Twitch down in the description below. I have the hiccup, sorry. In the description below, in case I stream or post anything, and you guys can chat with me about all sorts of games in the Discord. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Hold on, let's get a marshmallow. And goodbye.